7 Toyota RAV4 plug-in hybrid parts keep breaking down in 2026, transforming what should be reliable hybrid vehicles into expensive repair nightmares. While Toyota built its reputation on bulletproof reliability over decades, their plug-in hybrid electric vehicles are telling a completely different story, with the RAV4 Prime leading this troubling trend. Here are the numbers that should worry every Toyota owner. By the end of 2024, Consumer Reports discovered that plug-in hybrids suffered 70% more reliability issues than regular gas-powered and hybrid cars. J.D. Power's Vehicle Dependability Study confirms this pattern, ranking Toyota PHEVs significantly below their traditional hybrids in their latest reliability rankings. That's a shocking statistic, especially considering Toyota's traditional hybrids actually prove more reliable than conventional gas engines. But something shifts when you add that plug-in capability, and the results are costing owners thousands in unexpected repairs. The 2026 model year brought massive changes to Toyota's PHEV lineup. The iconic RAV4 enters its 6th generation exclusively as a hybrid or plug-in hybrid with no traditional gas-only versions remaining. Production started in late 2025 with North American deliveries beginning in early 2026. The new RAV4 PHEV pumps out 324 horsepower from its 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine paired with 2 electric motors, delivering standard all-wheel drive. Toyota sold about 480,000 RAV4s in the U.S. alone in 2025, which means hundreds of thousands of vehicles could be affected by these recurring issues. Starting with the 2025 model year, Toyota also ditched the Prime name for its PHEV lineup in favor of the straightforward plug-in hybrid label. But changing the name doesn't fix the fundamental problems these vehicles face. The first and most expensive problem plaguing Toyota PHEVs has become known as Cablegate among owners and mechanics. This issue involves the high-voltage electrical cable that carries power to the rear motor generator. The cable corrodes at the connector, and when it fails, the hybrid system completely shuts down. The repair bill to replace the entire wiring harness often exceeds $5,000 out of warranty, with some owners facing bills approaching $7,000. This problem hits RAV4 Prime vehicles from 2021 to 2022, Sienna hybrids from 2021 to 2023, and Venza hybrids from 2021 to 2022. The specific condition involves excessive corrosion at the connector between the high-voltage floor wire harness and rear traction motor cable. What makes this particularly frustrating is that Toyota assured buyers the infamous corrosion issue was fixed on newer RAV4 hybrids. However, a quiet warranty update in December 2025 suggests otherwise, sparking fear of massive repair bills for 2025 owners. Toyota recently extended the high-voltage cable warranty to cover 2023 and 2024 RAV4 hybrids, signaling that the redesigned open connector may still be vulnerable to winter road salt. The original tech tip for this issue was issued back on October 27, 2020, which means Toyota has known about this problem for over 5 years. One automotive analyst with 30 years of experience explained the fundamental challenge. Battling salt corrosion under a car is nearly impossible without perfect sealing or incredibly robust materials. The new open design on the 2025 model theoretically allows water to drain, but in reality, a slushy mix of calcium chloride and road grime gets kicked up into that area and sticks. It doesn't just drain away, it packs in and eats at the metal. The good news is that Toyota now covers these replacements at no cost to customers under an 8-year or 100,000-mile warranty, whichever comes first. After the fix, the cable warranty extends to 10 years with unlimited mileage. A class action settlement in Canada regarding this issue was approved in September 2024, extending the cable warranty to 8 years or 160,000 kilometers to match other hybrid system components. The second major problem emerged in December 2025 with NHTSA recall number 2, 5V869, affecting approximately 55,000 vehicles. This time, the culprit is a single bolt inside the inverter assembly that can become loose. When this bolt comes loose, it can lead to a loss of motive power, or more concerning, could cause a fire when the vehicle is running. Toyota's investigation began in early November 2025, following a field report of a vehicle that wouldn't turn on. Dealer inspection revealed that a bolt had come loose inside the inverter assembly and was resting on the circuit board. The inverter supplier, Denso Corporation, Toyota's largest Tier 1 supplier, subsequently reviewed assemblies at its Tennessee manufacturing facility and discovered additional units with improperly torqued bolts. The recall affects 2025 to 2026 Toyota Camry and 2026 Corolla Cross hybrid vehicles, with 51,644 Camry hybrid units and 3,761 Corolla Cross hybrid units potentially involved. What's particularly alarming is that if the bolt comes off completely and rolls around in the inverter assembly, it could cause a short circuit. Short circuits generate heat, which creates the potential for fire, though this would only happen if the ignition is turned on. Toyota reports receiving 34 field technical reports and 15 warranty claims related to this issue, though they know of no crashes or injuries so far. The automaker estimates that only 1% of the recalled cars are actually affected, but owners won't know until they receive notifications by mid-February 2026. Moving to the third problematic component, the infotainment system represents a different type of failure, but one that's equally frustrating for owners. The head unit in RAV4 PHEV models has significant problems with Bluetooth and Android Auto connectivity. Online forums contain dozens of posts from owners reporting these connectivity issues, making basic smartphone integration unreliable. Software-related recalls have become increasingly common. Toyota recalled certain 2022 to 2026 vehicles equipped with panoramic view monitor systems because a software error causes the rear-view camera to freeze or display a blank screen when the vehicle is in reverse. This violates Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standard 111 for rear visibility requirements. Another software recall affects the instrument panel in 2023 to 2024 Venza, 2023 to 2025. RAV4 Prime, RAV4, and other vehicles. Due to an error in the instrument panel software at vehicle startup, the display may fail to show vehicle speed, brake system, and tire pressure warning lights, all critical safety information. Toyota has attempted to address these issues with the 2026 RAV4, which debuts an entirely new infotainment system with more computing power and a larger 10.9-inch default screen. However, given the pattern of software-related problems, many owners remain skeptical about long-term reliability. The fourth issue centers on the 12-volt battery and data communication module, or DCM. This problem occurs when the DCM connects to the internet too frequently while the car is off, draining the 12-volt battery without the ability to recharge it. While Toyota has released software updates to reduce connection frequency, the fundamental issue persists. One owner described their experience. "I purchased a new battery, incredibly expensive by the way, put it in, drove for 2 to 4 cycles, and both error messages went away." So this is OEM 12-volt battery failure at approximately 37,000 miles and 32 months. The 12-volt battery location compounds this problem. Unlike traditional vehicles, the RAV4 PHEV places this battery next to the spare tire in the back. If you come out to a completely dead battery, you won't be able to open the back hatch to access it, creating a catch-22 situation that requires calling for roadside assistance. The technical explanation reveals why this happens. When the car is plugged in and the lithium-ion traction battery is actively charging, the 12-volt battery also receives charge. However, once the lithium-ion traction battery reaches full capacity, the 12-volt battery is no longer charged, leaving it vulnerable to drain from the DCM's internet connectivity. The fifth component causing headaches is the onboard charger IC chip. This issue has historical precedent, with early RAV4 Prime models experiencing bad IC chips in the onboard battery charger that could burn out. This problem triggered the infamous "don't charge if it's colder than 40 degrees Fahrenheit" advisory that frustrated many early adopters. While Toyota claims to have addressed this issue in newer models, the pattern of electrical component failures suggests ongoing vulnerabilities in the charging system's electronic controls. The sixth problem area involves roof leaks, specifically at the roof rail anchor points. Some RAV4s develop rainwater leaks where the roof rails attach to the vehicle. This represents a fundamental design flaw where the roof rail anchor points penetrate the roof sheet metal, creating potential leak points. One automotive expert criticized this design choice. The roof rail anchor points should have been designed so that there is no penetration of the roof sheet metal. I assume the bolts were designed this way because it saved a little on cost. Repairs often require replacing the roof rail covers and ceiling components, with some cases requiring multiple attempts to permanently fix the leak. The seventh and final component on our list involves various software-related instrument panel failures. Beyond the recall issues already mentioned, owners report intermittent problems with display screens going blank, incorrect readings, and system freezes that require complete power cycling to resolve. These software issues are particularly frustrating because they often appear randomly and may not be reproducible when the vehicle reaches the dealer. Some owners report that these problems worsen over time, suggesting either software degradation or hardware component aging. Looking at the bigger picture, these reliability issues stand in stark contrast to Toyota's traditional hybrid success story. The company has roughly a quarter-century of hybrid refinement since the Prius debuted in the US in 2000. Consumer Reports indicates that traditional hybrids experienced about 15% fewer problems than pure internal combustion vehicles, but this reliability advantage doesn't extend to plug-in hybrids. The data clearly shows that Toyota's Prius Prime and RAV4 Prime are less reliable than their conventional hybrid versions. This suggests that adding plug-in capability introduces complexity that Toyota hasn't fully mastered, despite their extensive hybrid experience with regenerative braking systems and electric motor integration. For 2026, Toyota has rolled out significant changes to address some of these issues. The new RAV4 PHEV offers an EPA estimated 52 miles of all-electric range, up from 42 miles in the previous model. Select trims now include 11 kilowatt onboard charging capability and even DC fast charging, a rarity for PHEVs that can recharge the battery from 10% to 80% in about 30 minutes. However, Toyota has also removed some features. Unlike the outgoing RAV4 Prime, the new RAV4 PHEV doesn't have a charge mode that uses the engine to replenish the battery on the go. According to RAV4 chief engineer Yoshinori Futonagan, the way in which the fifth-generation RAV4 used gasoline to create electricity is not very efficient. Interestingly, the charging port location varies by trim level, adding potential confusion. The SE and GR Sport trims with J1772 charging standard plugs have their ports on the passenger side, while the XSE and Woodland trims with CCS fast charging connectors place their charge doors on the driver's side. There's no indicator arrow in the gauge cluster to remind you where the plug is located. The current situation presents a dilemma for potential buyers. Toyota's traditional hybrids remain highly reliable, earning praise from mechanics and consumer advocates alike. As one popular automotive YouTuber noted, Toyota is on the right track by moving everything to hybrid. But the plug-in hybrid variants tell a different story. Owners of newer models in cold climates are actively seeking DIY preventative measures rather than trusting that factory solutions will last beyond the 8-year, 100,000-mile hybrid component warranty period. This lack of confidence in long-term reliability represents a significant departure from Toyota's typical ownership experience. The financial implications are substantial, with repair costs reaching $5,000 to $7,000 for high-voltage cable issues alone, and similar expenses for inverter replacements. These PHEVs can quickly become expensive to maintain once warranty coverage expires. While Toyota has extended warranties for known issues, the pattern of recurring problems suggests that new issues may emerge as these vehicles age. Consumer Reports gives Toyota's RAV4 plug-in a 77 out of 100 reliability score, which sounds decent until you compare it to Toyota's overall reputation. Just 6.6% of Toyota owners experience faults, by far the lowest of any manufacturer in the top 10. However, this statistic includes all Toyota vehicles, and the PHEV models clearly perform below this standard. The irony is that Toyota's approach to traditional hybrids actually reduces complexity in many ways. They've eliminated separate alternators, belts, pulleys, and starter motors. The transmission system is remarkably simple with no clutch, fluid drive, or shifting gears. But adding plug-in capability reintroduces complexity through high-voltage charging systems, additional electrical components, and software integration challenges. As we look ahead to 2026 and beyond, These 7 components represent the most problematic areas for Toyota PHEV owners: the high-voltage cable system, inverter assembly, infotainment software, 12-volt battery and DCM, onboard charger components, roof rail design, and instrument panel software. While Toyota continues working to address these issues, the pattern suggests that plug-in hybrid technology still has reliability hurdles to overcome. For prospective buyers, the message is clear. While Toyota's hybrid technology is mature and reliable, their plug-in hybrid variants require careful consideration of potential repair costs and warranty coverage. The transition to fully electrified powertrains represents the future of automotive technology, but the future still comes with growing pains that owners need to understand before making their purchase decision. Hit that like button and subscribe for more honest automotive insights based on actual data.